Hello, one and all. How are we all tonight? Hope we're doing good. Hey, Metal, how are you? Let me get in my voice on air for anybody that wants to come in and chat about anything. This, that, other thing. I will be doing Cyborg with Daredevil tonight. So, well, that will be the first one. I might end up doing another one depending on how fast or not so fast I get this done. Okay, that is shared on Facebook. Let's share it on X. And then let's share it in Discord. Okay, so there we go. Up to general. Put that in there. Okay, got a whole bunch of people shared with. I guess now we put that. Okay, so we also need to bring up our reference. Okay, so let's show off the image. What we're going to use as the main thing for the pose. As for the outfit, we might use part of it, of course. And then, of course, we will have to be using part of Cyborg as well. Hey, Joshua, how are you? So there's the image I'm going to use for the pose. As you can see, it is Daredevil. So let's get serious. And the reason we're not doing a Batman family today first is because on Thursday, John and Quarter is doing Daredevil, and I want to get a little bit of practice for Daredevil. Although, of course, I am doing a completely different uh, design, or because I'm using what's his name, Cyborg as well. But how are you, Joshua? Move this a little bit to right there. Hey, Fitzjozo, how are you? Okay. I was gonna try and take a look at what other characters bring up my. Jeez, so much stuff. Okay. Let's bring this down here. Yeah, because we could have done Batwoman with Storm tonight, but if we do get around to her, we will. So let's. What character is that? That is Daredevil for the picture in the corner. I'm just using that as my pose to start out with. Probably use some of that in the Daredevil cyborg creation. Let's this canvas a little wider. Change canvas size. Make it a little wider that way. Of course, we have his. I'm not sure whether we're gonna have him with the nunchucks yet, but you know. Right now, it's looking like he's got a little bit more Hulkness to it than I want. Hey, it's too late to draw. It's never too late to draw. And how are you, Alpha? Are you still working on the animation stuff? Your latest spot on the animation? Okay, so we're gonna put this one down. Okay. Actually, you know what? We're gonna. Okay. So let's see. Things I want from this version. I want these shoulder pads. Because I think they'll go good with a combination of with Cyborg. Hey, Flit, you should combine Daredevil with Multiplex and name him Double Dare. Oh. Okay, I thought you had the permission to come on to see it. So let me change that. Oh, thought I gave C-list heroes permission to see the on-air room. Permissions. View channel. There we go. Oh, maybe I meant to, but didn't get around to it. Uh, okay. So, save changes. Okay, you should be able to see it now, I think, if it shows up. I've finished the anime, now I have to get it approved or assign corrections. Once again, my expertly crafted joke was wasted on Philistines. Are you calling me a Philistine? Hello.
What that was about? What? I can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's good. Yeah, I was giving, just changing, that, just so, nobody can, B, A through D-list heroes can see the room. I was trying to do that just anybody can't see the room and come on and give anybody permission to,
Yeah.
as long as I get to.
Now, what character you drawing again?
Daredevil with um, Cyborg.
No.
So trying to figure out all the things. Alpha says, I didn't know you were a Philistine cross. Neither did I. But how are you tonight, Fitzchozo?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, that's good.
No, I think I say I might plan to run the D&D 3.5 game for the first time around this fall.
Oh,
Sometime this fall. Something.
oh that's good.
It's funny how much of a D&D lore nerd I am. I never played a single D&D game ever.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's lots of people like that, believe it or not. Uh,
That's
I
'cause
can't.
I can never find a group to play the game with.
Yeah. Uh, uh, I know over on Chester Busby's channel, the guy that hosts D&Q, they're going to be doing one soon, and they're welcoming people to join.
I gotta learn 3.5 because it's a lot more math than 5th edition.
Yeah. They might not be doing just D&D. They might end up doing something else, but some sort of role playing thing. Anyways, Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what I want from Cyborg. Uh, math. Alpha's like, math, no thank you. He's out the door. I guess math just isn't his thing either. You know who really likes math? If I remember right.
No, no,
That,
no, no. It's a lot more. Plus, it's a lot less streamlined. Like for example,
uh,
instead of saying a creature is a fiend in 3.5 they'll say outsider, and then have it be a lawful evil outsider. Therefore, and then that's a devil or something.
uh,
Instead of just saying it's lawful evil fiend.
so we'll put gloves on him and boots. I'd put a symbol on the DD, but I'm not sure, or the C, but I'm not sure what I'm calling this character yet.
Cyber demon or something. No, not cyber demon. Cyber devil.
Yeah, that could work.
Uh,
CD, Cyber Devil, Virtual Devil, VD. I don't think that's a good idea. VD. That's uh that's a disease, right? VD. Sexual disease. Don't think people will go for that. An outsider blocks thy path. It smells of clove and dewberry. How dost thou proceed? Asked Flit. I don't know. How do I proceed? Trying to. Let's make this big here. Do, 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 do. Big. Okay. I don't know how I proceed. I don't. What's my character like? Who's my character? Flit. Uh, casually throws dynamite as metal. Timu Iron Man. Is that a thing? Iron Man suit that you get off Timu? Doesn't
I was
he?
thinking about Counts by Purse recently made a video talking about legacy characters and saying he said a lot of writers think we can't do it we told all stories we can with the old character. Let's just put in a new character in the same suit and that automatically create new stories. Except they don't the only story they can tell is that House is different, new character different from the old character. 'Cause I was just thinking about like because the thing like Marvel it's like the Marvel, especially DC universe, is so insular to the point that I don't think there's any more stories you can tell in that universe.
Oh, they're always coming up with stories. Now, how believable they are, you can always come up with a new story. Is it harder than
It's
it used to be?
not really
Sure.
unless you create a whole new character out of whole cloth, but even then, no one really cares.
Yeah. But just the fact that they are coming up with new stories, maybe we don't like a lot of them, means they're still coming up with stories. Yeah, some of them are repeats and they're going against that same villain, for the thousandth time or whatever. But and Alpha says cyborg devil. That's all right. That's nothing unusual. Cyborg devil, cyber devil.
It's like Electra is now wearing a Daredevil costume. How's that interesting? That's not even
I
interesting stories. It's how's that interesting?
How is it interesting? I don't know because I don't know the story around it.
They had a whole story arc a couple years ago where Matt Murdock gets thrown in prison and Electra has to become Daredevil,
Well, she chooses to become Daredevil. Yeah, so that
and
that
I think she's still Daredevil now. I think, but she barely shows up. I'm like, why does it matter? No, what?
well, the premise sounds unique. It sounds like it could be
Mm,
good. How they executed it, well, I don't know. Because
not really because there's nothing interesting about Electra. Electra aside from her being herself. What? That's the thing. Electra was never meant to be a main character. It's just what is interesting about Electra?
well, I don't know a lot about her, but she's been
She's part of a ninja clan that and is an
yeah
assassin. Okay, how the hand
yeah
she's part of a hand. Okay, I don't care.
yeah, but there's more to
Okay,
her as a character than that. Yes, and she's been raised from the dead. That gives her an interest perspective. She's the lover of Matt Murdock or has been. So there's some more stuff, and I know there's a lot more to the character than that. What you're talking about scratches the surface of the character. You know, and I don't know enough about the character. Yeah, I've seen her in a couple movies. I've read a few comic books with her in, and so I don't know much about her beyond that. Yeah, I know she has led the hand. That she was Daredevil's. Uh, she's like to Daredevil, like Catwoman is to Batman. So I know stuff like that. I know top surface stuff. I haven't read, like I said, much of her, so I don't know how interesting or not interesting she is. It's all in how you do the execution of a character. And I guess, yeah, some of their stories too. Let's see. Metal says the best legacy character is Kane. Are you saying Kane from Spider Man, Metal, or some other character? Um, and then Alpha says Elektra in a Daredevil costume is to sell Elektra Daredevil action figures. That I could agree to. Alpha
Uh,
says. Alpha
I was going
says.
to say, in regards to the, yeah, I was going to say in regards to the Spider Verse films, I still haven't seen the second one, but I never hear anyone talk about those movies outside of the animation. In fact, pretty much, modern Hollywood is pretty much obsessed with copying the animation style for all their movies. I never hear nobody talk about how great the story of the Spider Verse movies are, or anything like that.
Yeah,
All talk here is people talk about how great the animation is.
yeah, well, the thing is, they still got to bring out number three, and I actually found them pretty good, the Verse ones. I don't really like what they did with Miles Morales in it. I think it was kind of cheap or whatever. But it's all right. They're good.
Uh,
I think they're decent movies myself, and there'll
I,
probably be a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
people
Still,
that disagree with me.
yeah, I just find him as a very boring character, even in those films. I mean, the entire how his arc was handled in the first movie was not very good.
Yeah.
Like his he becomes he's finally decides to become a superhero because his uncle who's a villain gets killed by the Kingpin. I'm like, that's not, I don't get it. That confused the hell out of me. It's like a more messed up version. It's like a less good version of Peter's motivation.
Uh, uh, Alpha says most of these new designs and costumes are to sell merchandise like action figures, not to serve the story. It's the same with all the versions of Spider-Man. I could agree with that to a point. But Flit says, "See, Philistine." And Metal says, "No, it was an intentionally bad joke about the game series, The Legacy of Kane." Okay, never heard of it. Alpha says, "I never watched the Spider Verse 2 because the ending on a cliffhanger. They should have had two and three done if they were going to do a cliffhanger. Or maybe not done, but out within a year." I agree with that, Alpha. Because it's been like 5 years and it's not
No,
going
it's
to be
been
a.
like how long is when the Across Spider Verse came out? I think like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know.
Let's see. It was before my mom died. And she died like 2.5 years ago. Almost. Cross. Uh, Spider Man across. It came 2023, May 2023. So
Oh,
it's home. I thought it was a little and released in on June 2nd.
mm. So like,
Premiered at the Regency Village Theater in Los Angeles on May 30th, and was released in the
okay, so
United States on
almost
June.
3 years ago.
Yeah. I thought it was longer than that. It feels like longer.
A lot of stuff just has not been happening in life for me since for this. Excuse me, hold on. No, I was on phone. Okay, back. I'm back. What?
Oh, I didn't say anything more yet.
Okay. But a lot of stuff hasn't been happening in life for me, because ever since the pandemic, I'm just been stuck here, and no one responds to my job applications or anything. So my
Yeah,
life has not really progressed that far for me
yeah,
up until this year.
yeah. Well, life hadn't until about a year ago. Life hadn't progressed with me for a long time either. You know, well, except for my mom dying and stuff like that. But
Mm,
you know, but part of it was due to I had a hard time finding a job, and I just said, "Freak it." I'm just trying to make YouTube work and my comics work. But then my mom died, and I had to find a job. To
mm.
you know, and still it was like I got one, then I got fired from it or let go, and it kept continuing. And then I happened to get a job because I knew somebody, and it's working out now because I've been there over a year. It'll happen, just maybe not in the time that you want it to, and that's the thing. Sometimes these things don't happen in the time that we want to. God's got a better time for us.
Yeah,
These things.
but in general, I find even in films like Miles is kind of a boring character.
Yeah.
Like in the first movie, the plot is that he's going to this special school for smart people, but he doesn't want to go, so he intentionally fails his test, and and then he gets bit by an extra dimensional spider, and then he does, but he doesn't have motivation for being a superhero, so he just runs away for most of the movie. But then his uncle Aaron gets shot by the Kingpin, who despite Aaron trying to kill Miles most of the movie. Uh, the Kingpin obviously kills him for disloyalty.
Yeah.
Miles just magically gets better. And then he fights Kingpin. And he's not tempted to get revenge and kill Kingpin or anything like that. He just fights Kingpin. It was not a very well
Yeah.
told story.
Yeah. Well, first of all, in the comics, it was not an interdimensional spider. And he did get bit around the same time as Peter Parker, but because Peter Parker was there being Spider Man, he didn't figure he needed to do anything with his powers. Although his uncle was a thief, was the Prowler in that universe, but he didn't know that.
Mhm. But I don't even understand what his motivation for being Spider Man is. It's like, okay,
In the comics, and
I thought.
a little bit in that movie, it was because Peter Parker had died, and you know now he had spider powers, and he felt like he had to use them for the best, since the Spider-Man guy did too, and he was only quote unquote a kid, just
Mm,
like him.
mm, yeah, but even then, I still don't get what's the point of having a Spider Man whose main power is electricity when the spiders can't even use electricity in real life, can't control electricity in real life. And it's
uh
like it's kind of weird. It's like, huh?
I don't know exactly. That wasn't supposed to be his main power originally. Yes, it was a venom blast, he called it, or whatever. It wasn't as
But venom
powerful.
is poison, it's a chemical.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
I forget exactly how they did it in the comics initially. It was a paralyzing type thing, I think. Paralyzed people for a few minutes or whatever, if I remember right. It's been a while since I read those comics.
Yeah,
So,
but like, what was he can? What's the
well,
point of a guy who's
A, to make him a
called
little
Spider
different.
Man? Called Spider Man, whose main power is electricity.
Well,
I honestly think if you want to do that, you should just have him be a heroic Electro.
well, first of all, he what didn't it wasn't his main power initially. They made it more of his main power since he was first invented. And they wanted to do something a little different than Spider-Man, I guess. The regular Spider-Man. Anyway, let me catch up to these. Alpha says, I never watched Spiders 2 because it ended on cliffhanger. They should have done 2 and 3 together if they're going to do cliffhanger. Joshua, I think one of the main reasons why an animated movie or show is considered good is because of the animation or visuals. I can probably agree with that. But hopefully they do a good storytelling too. Uh, Alpha says the excuse is Lord and Miller don't storyboard movies. They want everything to be pre-visualized and animated. They they reject it or put it in movie animation. Not supposed to work that way, says Alpha. That is a big waste of money. You do your storyboards and then animate. Lord and Miller are more trouble than they are worth. Then Alpha says, you were too good for that turtle soup place, Cross. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. In the movie, his motivation was that he felt responsible for Peter Parker's death. Yeah, part of it for sure. Now that he reminds me, because
What if you had a motivation throughout the movie? Why did Prowler need to die? In fact, uh, there were a lot of issues with that movie. Like, why are all the other Spider-Man villains just working for Kingpin? Like, why is Green Goblin just a dumb muscle for Kingpin? I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense.
um, I don't know whether he was in that movie. I can't remember. I
He
know in
was. He
the
was. He was the main muscle. The ultimate Green Goblin. Which even then he still has an ego. Like, why would he just continue to follow Kingpin's orders, especially when he's about to destroy the universe? Does Green Goblin want the universe to be destroyed?
probably doesn't
I
care
don't get
one
it. It doesn't
man.
make any sense.
Probably
I mean,
doesn't care
he
one.
lives in the universe.
Yeah. Well, Kingpin wanted to destroy it, and he lives in it too. He wanted to, well, and he was
Yeah, but
more
why?
one.
But where? But no, but I don't get why is Green Goblin just a dumb muscle for Kingpin. That none of this didn't make any sense when we think about it at all. Like, why is he basically treat Green Goblin like he's a rhino for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I know in the actual Ultimate Universe that is not Green Goblin's motivation. So, you know,
Uh, I don't understand why he just kept following his orders. Like, after he killed Spider Man, like, why would he care after Spider Man is dead? Why would he keep working for Kingpin? I don't get it. This don't make any sense.
and Alpha says the other bad guys working for Kingpin was an excuse to fit the more bad guys into the movie. I can get that.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
makes no sense at all. Like, it makes no sense. All these other supervillains working for Kingpin, it makes no sense. Like, huh?
Well, that's what
Like,
Kingpin
why would?
does. He hires out supervillains to work for him.
But Green Goblin's not a henchman.
Well, in that universe, apparently he was.
Scorpion is, but like Green Goblin is not a henchman. I don't.
Well,
The
it's
night is
you got to remember it's not the main universe, so definitely not the
even in
main.
Ultimate Marvel universe in the comics, he Green Goblin's not a henchman.
No, I agree with that, and I said, in fact, I just said that he wasn't. But this this is a little different than the regular Ultimate Universe. Heck, they have what's his name getting bit by an interdimensional spider that was meant for Peter Parker in a different universe, or a different Miles Morales in a different universe. So it's not your regular Ultimate Universe. Uh, Alpha says Fitzjozo. If you understand that none of these characters are like the comics, it's easier to accept. Yeah. Hey, Raul, it's Tuesday night. Hamburger chill stream. Eating hamburgers. Gulp. Yeah. Cool. Alpha. I
And
mean,
then again, that movie was also kind of stuffed. I mean, you had Spider Man and Yar and Spider Ham and Penny Parker. And they were all just there as jokes, basically.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand why is the point of having all these characters being in the movie just as a joke? Like, what's the point?
Cat comedy.
Why do we need extra comedy when Miles Morales already being a doofus for most of the movie? I don't get it. Because he's just
To,
incompetent for most of the movie. Just runs away.
to make him not look as much of a doofus. To make people laugh. They just wanted an over the top with comedy. And he says it was point to introduce people to the multiverse too. Yeah, because it is about the multiverse, right? The whole
But but they,
thing.
but Spider Gwen's already from the multiverse in this film, so I don't get it. As is Peter B. Parker or something.
Yeah, but they wanted to have more
So
than two other characters from the multiverse, and they didn't want to just have six regular Peter Parkers. So they, and of course, Alpha says to sell more toys too. But the thing is, they wanted to have a variety of different types of Spider-Man, to partly, as Alpha just said there, to sell toys. How can you sell six different Peter Parker Spider-Man? It's possible. I won't say it's not because they do it through, like Spider-Man, the animated series and stuff like that. They do 20 different zillion Spider-Men from just those things when it was on. And Alpha says the theme of the movie is anybody can be Spider Man.
but which I don't see that. I see Spider Man as a specific character in it. I see all superheroes as specific characters for the most part. Now, the only superhero that's not like that is Green Lantern. It's the concept is that it's the police force.
Uh, Flit says, okay, I'll say it. The multi stuff is trash, and I'm tired of everything being a multiverse. I can get that, I like the multiverse personally, but when you're doing it just to make 20 different versions of the same character, yeah, that you're right, that gets boring and old fast. Flit. Let's try and come up with a decent storyline for it. Uh, Alpha says, I agree, Fitz, but that is the message they wanted to send.
Sup, nerds?
Hey, Metal, how are you?
I'm all right.
Any thoughts? Have you been listening? Any thoughts? If you have,
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I checked out like 10 minutes ago or so because Star Rail updated. So I'm on the PlayStation right now.
okay. We got talking a little bit about this the Miles Morales Spider Verse movies.
Oh, okay. So you're still talking about boring stuff. Got it.
I thought those movies were boring myself. I mean, the first movie I felt almost nothing. I was just bored for most of the movie.
Well, I would say I don't even think the movies are boring, though they're not my cup of tea. I don't like them. A lot of people do. Conversation about them, though, very boring.
Yeah, it's as you said, it's not everybody's cup of tea, and if it's not your cup of tea, don't watch it. Yeah, have your opinion. Yeah, I guess say it every so often, I guess. But at that point, I guess the movie, because you don't like it, it's not made for you.
Yeah, if I'll say anything about it is, which maybe they were also already working with them on the game that was coming out, because I know both the game studio and the movie studio had a lot of the same writers. But they actually gave Miles somewhat more of a personality than he's ever had in the comics, which you have to by default because he has no personality in the comics. He has the personality of a brick, which is kind of actually, that's insulting to bricks. I'm sorry, bricks.
And Alpha says, and like I said before, more Spidey toys to sell. Flip says, pipe in metal star rail feed. Watching the update progress bar has to be more interesting.
Oh no, there's no update progress bar. I pre-downloaded. It updated like that. Plus, unfortunately, with the current setup, there is no way of me piping in the feed. So.
Back. I hectic. That unit. I don't know. But but I wanted to ask, what is everyone here's favorite Batman parody?
Favorite Batman parody? Probably this immediately came to my head, so it has to be my favorite. But it's probably Adam West as Catman in The Fairly Odd Parents.
I'm not sure whether I know all the Batman parodies out there.
You don't need to know all of them. You just have to have a favorite.
Yeah, well, about the only one that I think. There's only about two that I can think of. Well, one might not be a parody technically. Is Batmite, and
That's not a parody of Batman. That's just Mr. Them copying Mr. Spidlick for Batman.
I just got the S rank character right away. Nice.
well, I think it's an in-universe parody of him, but
Not really. He's literally just a copy of Mr. Spidlick, but for Batman, which doesn't work as well.
he's a lot different than Mr. Pidlick. He's supposed to be Batman's #1 fan. He's always trying to help Batman, and he's just he's an annoyance like Mr. Pidlick, but in a way different way.
Well, you can consider him the analog for the character in the Batman stories. Like, they have different personalities, they have different motivations, but they kind of serve the same purpose just from different directions, right? He's also an imp from a higher dimension, just like Mixie is as well.
Yeah, that I agree.
Very different characters, but mechanically they're serving the same purpose in the story.
To be a pain in the butt and be magical?
Yes, which, even considering Batmite, I prefer the Teen Titans version, Nazyarkid, aka Larry, from the cartoon. That one was more fun.
But I'd say
also, you kind of like Larry more. You know, Batmite's annoying. Larry's a little bit endearing.
But I think, to me, he's a little bit of an in-universe parody of Batman because I'm such a fan. And who else? I was gonna say Dark Claw from the Amalgam universe. Well, I guess there's.
Yeah, but that's still not really a parody, though.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure whether he'd be a parody. I guess there's Nighthawk and Squadron Supreme. I'm trying to.
Yeah, even then, he's just like a at least an evil version of Batman. So
Well, it depends on what version you're using again of that Nightwing. Sometimes, they're good guys, especially when they were first created. They were better good guys. The Squadron Supreme, they were known as heroes.
I mean, Squadron
That would
Supreme
be
is just
closer
kind
to an in-world parody though than Batman. Like that would be a lot closer.
Well, it wasn't. It's a Marvel parody.
Oh,
of
that's right.
Nighthawk.
Yeah,
I forgot the whole Squadron Supreme is just like Justice League
The
parodies,
whole,
aren't they?
oh no,
yeah.
whole Squadron Supreme is just
Yeah.
Justice League knockoff. So like Hyperion, Power
Yeah, that's
Princess,
just Superman. Yeah.
mm,
Uh,
the Doctor Spectrum, and all these all this yeah.
I always
uh,
forget that Hyperion was in the Squadron Supreme though, because he's kind of outgrown them into just being his own character.
let's
I
see.
mean, he's Marvel's version of Superman who is evil, just be beat up by Justice League a lot of times.
Yeah, but Marvel's got
I mean,
like
but beat up
3
by
or
Avengers,
4
sorry.
evil Superman.
Yeah, and again,
Be up by the be up. Wait, Marvel's got real multiple evil Superman. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
Hyperion.
Well, also like for over half of his life, the Sentry has been evil.
Yeah,
Gladiator,
no.
maybe you might consider him a bad guy. Sometimes he's a good guy, and Hyperion again is one because he's part of the Squadron Supreme. They have not always been evil. There is an evil
Well,
version of.
most of the runs that they have been though, so that's the thing.
I wouldn't say most. Maybe half, at best.
But when what can I name a run which they have been good?
Their first run when they were first created.
They even did that was the concept. Wolf Justice League took over the world, so but they were they were the most good in that run.
And they've had several comic books things where they've been good, their own comic books. So they've had 2 or 3 of them. I'm not sure how many offhand. Like I'm no expert on them. Anyways, Alpha says his favorite is Pete Holmes for Batman. Flit says
Oh,
Batman is my.
Badman. I do like the Badman shorts. Those are pretty good.
Flit
Yeah,
says.
I yeah.
Flit says Batman is my favorite Shadow parody. And Joshua says there's Larry Boy from VeggieTales.
I do like Larry Boy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably say Larry Boy as well. Larry Boy as well. I can't say Bat Roach because we barely see any of him. So if you confused
VeggieTales
by
is one of
Bat
those
Roach,
series that's like really, really good when you're a kid, and then you become a teenager and you think you're too good for VeggieTales, but then you go back as your adult and it's like, this is just good content. This is well made. There's a lot of love in this.
anyways, if you say if you're confused by who Bat Roach is, that was from Frank and Fran, but well during a Roach episode.
Okay.
So it's a Roach in a tiny Batman costume.
I guess I'm not sure who played him. There was one in South Park, Mysterion. Uh, oh, the Alvin and the Chipmunks
Wasn't
get it. Batmonk.
Was that Kenny's character? Because I know Kenny's character was basically Batman in the South Park one.
Yeah, it looks like it could be Kenny. There was Batmonk.
It was like one of the few times you actually get to hear Kenny's voice instead of it being muffled.
The Crimson Bolt in Super 2010. I don't even think I've heard of him.
No, Super. That was a James Gunn movie, but where he had some guy decides to become a superhero because his wife left him for a drug dealing pimp.
Darkwing Duck Yeah, that's definitely a spoof.
Oh, I forgot that he is a Batman. He's like 100% a Batman parody. I love Darkwing Duck. I might have to change my answer.
Yeah.
No, I forgot about Darkwing Duck. Yeah.
I
Black
think I think of
Noir.
him so much as his own character. I don't think of him as a Batman parody.
Yeah. Like I just looked up Batman parodies. I got they supposed to be the
Yeah.
10 greatest. We got Black Noir from the boys. Oh, Bartman. Uh, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. I think
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
from
they are
from
Batman and Robin,
SpongeBob.
just
And then we
underwater.
just
They're kind of both
exactly.
a Batman parody and an Aquaman parody at the same time.
oh what's his name? I can't pronounce. From the Tick. The Batman parody in the Tick.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, it says Difledermius. I know I pronounced that wrong, completely wrong. Uh, it's the bat. It literally means the bat in German, anyways. Catman, not the regular Catman from Catman from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, that was my first choice was the Fairly Odd Parents one, but
Uh,
I have to change it
uh,
to Darkwing Duck.
I looked up on TV shows Doctor Who much for like Doctor Who parodies. Apparently, for that first image you get, that first image you get is one from Rick and Morty, which is strange.
We have Big Daddy from Kick Ass.
Well, not too strange. I mean, basically the same premise.
Birdman and Chicken, Blue Falcon, the Coon gets.
Yeah, Blue Falcon's 100% a Batman parody.
Spider Plant Man, Rap Boy. Oh, I think they did one in Archie comics too. Night Owl, James Batman. So there are some more, but well, I got some. I might
Batman
have.
well.
I might have to go with Darkwing Duck as well. Although I'm a bit huge Veggie Tales guy. I like Veggie Tales, but and they have probably a little bit better
Yeah.
message than Darkwing Duck, especially since it's owned by
There was
Disney.
a second Tick Batman character from the Patrick Warburton live action series was Batman well.
Oh,
right, like
yeah.
Emmanuel, but Batman.
Oh, Deflator Mouse. That was his name, Deflator Mouse, from the Tick.
Deflator Mouse. How did you have trouble pronouncing Deflator Mouse?
Because it looks a lot more than different than how you'd.
I mean, I guess it is you, Rick. I guess it is you.
Yes, it's me for sure. Let's see. I'll grab it and type it in the chat.
Yeah, Roger Smith from the Big O, favorite Bruce Wayne parody. I love Big O. I also like that Roger Smith's name is literally just taken from one of the biggest like spy serial actors from back in the day, who was also Roger Smith. And the perfect person to play him would have been Christian Bale, because Christian Bale just looks exactly like Roger Smith. He looked more like Roger Smith in Batman than he looked like Bruce Wayne.
And I put in the chat on YouTube how they spell it or how it's supposed to be spelled, the Fledermaus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To me, that's like die Fledermaus.
No, you just say it like you would in German. De Fledermaus.
Yeah, well, I haven't learned enough German to know how they would say that. You know, like about all I know from
No.
German is Dankeschön.
I'm looking up. I'm looking up on TV tropes of what they consider Doctor Who parodies, and apparently Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts is pretty close. Which I did not think about it.
Yeah, but who cares about Doctor Who parodies? Doctor Who's already a parody of itself.
I know.
Especially nowadays.
Raoul.
I know exactly.
Hey, Raul.
Exactly.
Hey, Raul, how are you?
I'm good.
So what are you drawing today, Raul?
Doing Iron Man and Aquaman.
Okay.
Is it just like Subnautical Man? Isn't that kind of Black Manta? I don't get
Iron
it.
Man and Aquaman.
No, obviously, you need to call him Submarine.
Because Black Manta, the Aquaman's main villain, is literally a guy in a suit of powered armor. So
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
always.
but he's not Submarine.
Yeah.
like Aquaman, and Iron Man fused together will literally just be a good guy version of Black Manta. So
Yeah, but Black Manta only has one suit. Iron Man has many suits.
that doesn't really change anything. Not to mention, Black Manta probably fixes up his suit all the time or makes new ones. So if one gets destroyed, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it always looks the same.
But okay,
Black
that
Manta
doesn't really change
And,
anything.
and
It's
basically,
cooler the less you know about him.
But you did not like in the Free Crisis story where they revealed that Black Manta was actually a black guy who was a black supremacist.
No, I don't want to know anything about Black Manta. I just want to know that he's like an evil subnautic villain with a chip on his shoulder that wants to kill Aquaman. That's it. Anything more ruins Black Manta as a character.
Yeah, DC themselves don't use that backstory anymore. But that was his first backstory that they gave the character.
yeah. I remember you saying about that backstory earlier a few weeks ago, but I didn't. Till you mentioned it, I didn't remember it. Until you told me before, I didn't know about it.
I actually think that's a good that's a good backstory for a villain, but the DC Comics writers disagree. So,
Well, it's not even the writers that disagree; it's the higher ups.
yeah, DC higher ups disagree. Yeah.
Because
Yeah, but that was
the writers might agree, but you know the higher ups say no, we can't use that because of whatever.
I'm gonna have a villain, right, who stubbed his toe in public once and everybody laughed at him. So he spent the next 6 years of his life building a giant like energy conduit that will just give everyone in the radius the perpetual feeling of having their toe stubbed.
that sounds like something Doctor Doofenshmirtz would do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It would definitely be like an innator.
Exactly.
Except
Well,
I'm going to play it as straight and serious as possible. Not that it won't be funny, but the humor will come from the situation, not from jokes.
but I'm thinking, I'm not sure when they'll introduce it, probably really later. I'm thinking of introducing a villain for my character, the Flame, called the Fireman. He's trying to put out the flame.
We need to be more like a firefighter.
Firefighter, fireman. You know, I guess.
And one of my favorite jokes was in the short YouTube series. Technically, it was Channel 101, but it's on YouTube. Skateboard Cop. If you've never seen Skateboard Cop, watch Skateboard Cop. It is
Yeah.
peak cinema. And in
have
one
to
of the
watch that.
episodes, I think it was like maybe episode 5. I don't know, it's 4 or 5. At the very beginning, before they end up going on a whole like Goonies style treasure adventure, there's a building that's on fire and they need a new recruit and they ask the computer to give them one and they give him fireman and a guy shows up and he's like, I fight fire with fire, and he's just like sitting there with this big hose flamethrower shooting flames at the building, and everybody just leaves him to fight the fire by himself and they go off on like a treasure hunt instead. And at the very end of the episode, they pan back to him and he's like, I don't think this is working.
Flip says, Skateboard Cop versus Surf Dracula.
But no, this
Well,
Surf
I think
Dracula
Surf
doesn't
Dracula
exist.
wins. So Skateboard Cop does become a robot at the end of the series. So he's got that going for him. Or I guess technically maybe he was always a robot. It's really hard to tell because it's such like a chaotic thing. Because it like implies that he was always a robot, but you don't know when he became a robot. But he was definitely a robot at the end. Also, Skateboard Cop can't skateboard. So I think at least when it comes to fulfilling your purpose as a character, Surf Dracula, as long as it's the imaginary original version of Surf Dracula and not like the modern day version, at least Surf Dracula surfs. The Skateboard Cop tries to skateboard, he just is really bad at it. And kind of gives up after the first episode.
I'd like to try and create a villain team with that sort of thing in mind. Like for Insecto, it would be the Exterminator, but I can't think of something like for the Shield or something that
No,
would be something that
we
extinguishes the
we talking
shield,
about
the
villain team.
axe or something like that.
We talking about me talking about villain team.
Yeah, for my universe.
What do you mean by that? A team of villains who want hate superheroes? What?
No,
I'm confused with the
obviously,
concept.
I got it, Rick. I know who the Shield's enemy needs to be, right?
For this team?
In actual medieval combat, there is a weapon designed for getting around shields using its chain that is known as the flail, or specifically a certain one called the Morning Star. And because the Canadian Shield is a Christian hero, obviously he needs to fight a Luciferian enemy named the Morning Star.
Oh, I like
Okay.
Oh,
it.
okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so let's do this.
Yeah, let's create that.
Yeah. You're welcome that my breadth of very odd niche knowledge is at your disposal.
Villain team. C CS uh, Morning Star SD Snowdrift F Flame
It obviously needs to be a very prideful villain.
Fire fighter,
Even part of his pride is that he feels like he's designed specifically to take the shield down.
yeah, well, that's what these ones are going to be doing.
Yeah.
They come up with, like they want to, like we have all these.
Well, I'm just giving you
Yeah.
some advice on how to play into this specific character on both ends of the theme.
Insecto, the Exterminator. I'm spelling that wrong, I know. Zona was Electide, so. Do we have anything like a fireman for snow? Snow plow or something? I don't know.
Come on.
Pardon it?
It's just Snowplow Man from the Nickelodeon Snow Day, played by Chris Elliott.
I know a friend of mine's been wanting me to create a character called the Shovel to be a villain against Snowdrift.
I'm the shoveler. I can shovel any amount of snow.
Buckler.
I don't know. I don't know what trying to create villains for hero elemental powers gets kind of dull sometimes. Because you just default to opposite element, or maybe the other elements as villains. Like it just
I don't
gets kind of
know.
dull.
I think having like a special snow shovel that, I don't know, maybe the shovel itself is the element, like it radiate heat or whatever, but the shovel as just the equipment is the counter is a pretty cool idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know a Firestorm, they didn't even try outside of Killer Frost. Most of his villains is just random stuff has nothing to do with his fire thing, which I have no issue with, by the way. So I know, a lot of people make fun of Firestorm's Rose Gallery just being dumb. Well, not a lot of people because most people don't read comics. We got.
Yeah, well, I'm just.
But you had
one.
I'm trying to
you
think.
had one, you had one. Okay. That's a good statement there.
What I'm really trying to think of here for these particular villains is something that is designed to take out, something like a firefighter is designed to take out flames. Exterminators designed to take out bugs. Morning Star is designed to take out shields.
Well, it's designed to take out the person holding a shield.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Shield's kind of useless if the person holding it's dead.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
unless somebody else picks it up, but yeah.
Yeah.
What takes out snow? Any kind of heat, and you always default to that when you rank up any kind of hero versus villain.
But if you have like a snow plow or a snow shovel, even a snow blower, it's like a leaf blower but for snow.
Yeah, or the walk ones. What's a snowblower too?
What about guy with a magic pickaxe? That ice pick, magic ice pick.
Yeah,
ice
but
pick could be pretty fun.
Yeah, but they're using ice pick. I guess they're used to chop up ice, right?
Exactly.
Ice pick. We'll put a question mark beside it. Split says Snow just nemesis, the urinator. Well, I'm not saying these characters are going to be the quote unquote nemesis of
Never eat the yellow snow.
Okay, then we have Ozona, who's basically weather.
Yeah, and it's okay to have like one villain of this type for each of your characters. Obviously, Like you want a wider range. I think it's cool to have people that maybe directly counter, but it's also cool to have like maybe characters that are impervious to the person's power, so they have to think of another way around them. Like
Yeah.
as opposed to an ice pick or snow shovel, you could also have somebody who's like basically a yeti that is like it doesn't matter what cold stuff you do to him, it just doesn't affect him, right?
Yeah.
But obviously the most fun
Mhm.
villains are the ones who are philosophically opposed to your hero.
Mhm.
But it's good to
Yeah.
have a nice mix of everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
think Metal, I have a lot of different villains with a lot of different, well, maybe not a lot of different motifs, but power sets and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Mhm.
so this is just something that I thought up of. Like I was thinking about the flame, and just for the think of it, I thought, ooh, wouldn't it be neat to have a character called like Fireman or whatever, fire person,
Yeah,
firefighter,
yeah.
that I guess more uses water or something, and his whole shtick is he wants to put out the flame because he's the fireman.
Uh, uh,
Firemen put
uh,
out flames. They put out fires, right?
mhm.
And then I thought about doing,
I can imagine the flame being hunted down by these people riding a fire truck with a hose trying to hose them down. It'd be ridiculous.
yeah, and in some ways, exactly that's what I want. A little bit of ridiculousness in these characters.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, that would actually be kind of more fun if instead of like a singular character, if it was like that, like a whole crew, and they just call themselves like the fire crew or something, and they've
Yeah,
got their own truck and they're trying to specialize in killing the flame.
yeah. Well, that I thought about that part of it too. I wasn't sure. I'm not sure where I'm gonna go with it yet. This is just
Maybe each one has a different equipment. Like maybe one of them, it's like Super Mario Sunshine. He's got like a water jetpack to try to get up to where the flame is.
yeah. But I get like, and this was I just thought of the basic idea. Okay, making a villain team, well, making individual ones thing, and then hey, why don't I make them a team? Uh, Flint, I think, is saying some new age hippie chick named Summer Child for, I guess he's thinking for Ozona because weather. Well, because Ozona can do sun, she can do rain, snow. She can do whatever, get whatever, sort of.
Yeah, so
She's
you wanna pull like a Captain Planet here, right? You want somebody who's like pollution, right? I'm gonna rip a hole in the ozone layer.
uh, oh, Flint saying no for Snowdrift. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Snowdrift makes more sense though. Summer child can't have snow in the summertime, unless you live in an area that's got like permafrost, but you're not gonna get fresh snow during that time.
Yeah. Okay. So she'd be the opposite
Mm.
in terms of personality.
People point out, is it funny that both Iceland and Greenland got their names reversed?
Yeah,
What they actually are?
I mean, the people who named them thought it was funny.
I think it's a bit funny and ironic.
Yeah, yeah, like Greenland is mostly ice, and Iceland is mostly covered in vegetation. So I'm like most covered in forest. Like what the hell? The names are literally backwards.
Mm.
Well, at least you get somebody. Well, nowadays it wouldn't be so much, but back when before people knew too much about the world and that, you get somebody trying to invade Iceland, right? They come all warm and all that, then all
Yeah,
this extra thing. Well, they're a little easier to
I
defeat
like
because they come a little bit over prepared for the
I like
ice.
Flit's idea. The more I think about it, right? Think about like, what if she had like a toxic empathy, right? Like you see nowadays where she just cares too much and it leads to bad things and needs to be stopped, and she just like the warmth of her bleeding heart just radiates heat and melts the snow around her.
Yeah, I do like that. Hopefully I'll remember all that. The pollution idea, like, it makes sense. Um, Now, of course, we have the Wiz, who's technology. Now I'm thinking, somebody anti-technology or whatever.
No, magic.
Magic.
Like he's a wizard of technology. You need somebody, a different name maybe, but you need to put like a sorcerer up against him. He's like, I don't care about your tech, magic.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's sort of definitely opposite. I was just thinking somebody that relies solely on
What's he gonna do?
non-text.
Just fight like a super strong Amish man?
Yeah, something like that. Somebody who just,
wait, who's your tech-based character again?
the Wiz.
The Wiz. Oh, the Wiz. Oh, so have him fight a witch who actually uses magic. So be
Magic, or
like
like,
old hag or something.
or like, Amish type.
I do
Find my
like
way to
I do
river.
like having I do at least like having opposite superpower characters fight each other better than the same people with the same powers fighting each other. 'Cause that's just boring.
I mean, all the time it's boring. You could write a decent story here and there where they have to fight their like mirror image, but
There you go.
you want variety.
Yeah.
No,
And I'm thinking Electide, she's like mainly electricity, and she can use that electricity to grow herself. So she can probably use some other forms of energy too, but um, the conduit or something like that. Something that conductor or whatever, that can absorb
Yeah.
energy or whatever, and it's sort of like what you were saying earlier,
It's
not
a,
phased
it's a
by the.
train-themed villain named Semiconductor.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go with the train thing, but I can't. That's my only problem thinking about that is like train. Unless somebody can think of something else.
Because trains always gotta be on rails, otherwise just a bus.
Yeah, it works though with circuitry too. It's like we're gonna get that electricity back onto the right track. Just keeps diverting everything into different directions, like you can't even hit them.
Third rail? No.
Yes, don't touch the third rail.
I am the third rail. I take all your energy. Any other ideas for that besides the whole?
No, I think I'm pretty set on the train guy. So if you don't want him, then I don't really have anything else to contribute.
Well, I didn't say I wouldn't use them. I'm just trying to I guess brainstorm a little, see if anybody else has any ideas. Third rail is the semiconductor special attack. No, I think third rail would sound a little better for the villain name, but semiconductor
I'm thinking about this with what Mel said. If Doctor Who's a parody of itself, what did the mad scientist goes on adventures thing before Doctor Who? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh no, I'm not saying that somebody did it before them. I'm just saying like it's gone on for so long, and it even reset the continuity at one point. Technically, we're in a second continuity of Doctor Who. That was like a long time ago. That Doctor Who is functionally a parody of itself.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, even before recently, I mean, so. But I don't like. Is anything? Did anything else do that before Doctor Who? Then I don't get it.
What, the time thing or?
No,
Well, I
no, I'm
don't even
talking
know
about
if I would consider Doctor Who a mad scientist, right? Doctor
I
Who's
know
a
he's a
wizard.
wizard. I know he's a
Going on
wizard, straight up
adventures.
wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay, even the first Doctor had a literal magic ring called the Signet Ring.
Well, what is the screwdriver thing called? I can never
Science
remember.
screwdriver is basically a magic wand.
It is
Basically
it's just a wand. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's
We
just a
flavor
wand.
as science. We flavor. I know. I mean, he does. He can literally invent new powers for it all the time. No. And also, the first Doctor also had a magic box that does literally anything. So, the second Doctor introduced the science screwdriver. Mm. The Doctor was just a wizard.
Yep.
Who uses technology instead of, like the actual.
Yeah, but it's still just magic that's disguised as technology. That's all it is. Right. In fact, it's almost the opposite of sci-fi, right? Sci-fi, or not even sci-fi, even modern systems like fantasy where people use magic. They use the word magic, but they systemize their magic so much that it's functionally just technology. It's a type of technology. While like Doctor Who's the polar opposite, where it looks like technology, but it's all just magic, right? It's science fantasy.
But you don't like Doctor Who. It just does. It doesn't even explain how his devices even work or anything.
Doesn't have to. It's better that way.
I know.
Flip
Someone,
said,
I mean, Discord. I know. The Discord I was in recently. Somebody asked if John Constantine can beat Doctor Who. I'm like, I don't. I don't know, but answer that question. They both.
I don't know if there is an answer to that question.
Doom always wins.
I know.
you know who to ask that question? Screw Attack. Or is it Screw Attack? Whatever.
No, they would
Death,
not get the right answer to that question.
Death Battle.
You're talking about Death Battle. Yeah.
Mm.
If I were to guess, right, I would say on paper Constantine should win. The issue is that Doctor Who can just pull whatever he wants out of his hat at the end of the day, but he is limited. He can die, though he'll just like reincarnate, you know. He used to have a limit to how many times he can reincarnate, but that limit was like uncapped and reset at a certain point in time. Constantine, though, has this magic ability it's more so than just magic, that as long as he basically rides the wave that is the flow of the universe, the flow of destiny, everything will work out for him.
If you don't know, Doctor Who canonically has a power that allows him to bend for a probability, so that he always wins when under stress. All Time Lords have that, but it cancels out when they fight each other. I'm not making it up.
No, I know. But like the Constantine thing is almost like defying the concept of probability. That's why it's so hard to even try to like think about which one of these people would win, because you start getting into purely semantic arguments.
No, they're kind of the same kind of character almost.
Yeah. And the only reason why on paper I would say that Constantine wins is that you have to scale him up to basically the entirety of the DC universe, and the DC universe on dimensionality is higher than Doctor Who's universe. That's the only thing I have going for one character or the other.
To scaling up Doctor Who? You said or
Constantine.
Constantine?
Because he has tangled with and defeated characters that basically scale up to the presence. And if you fight anything that scales to the presence, then that means it scales to the entirety of the DC universe, which cosmologically is vast and hard to like actually fit into a frame. But most people don't pay attention to the stuff that John has done.
Yeah. Foot said the sonic screwdriver would be also good. Be a good power attack name, or a bedroom maneuver.
Now the sonic screwdriver, most of what it does has nothing to even do with sound. So
No, it's just supposed to look cool. That's it.
yeah, no, exactly.
And sound cool. Okay, so still gonna make it look a little bit better. But what do you think of the design, at least for this?
Let me go look at my phone.
Cyber Devil or Cyborg Devil?
He looks like somebody hit him in the face with a shovel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a deviled egg.
Which obviously that means the devil that's in his outfit is Little Nicky, you know? That was me before Adrian hit me with a shovel. This is me now, and I accept it.
It's probably one of your best designs so far. It just looks like it definitely stands out. It just looks kind of like a kind of like some villain you might see in old cartoons from like the 80s. Yeah, I might say like I can't imagine the TMNT fighting these guys. Fighting these guys.
You can't imagine who fighting him?
The TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the old '80s version specifically, the cartoon version.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they'd be fighting him because, although they were supposed to be formed from the same stuff that messed up Daredevil.
No, not the comic book version. I'm talking about the cartoon version where he made them all kid friendly. I can imagine them fighting. Imagine them fighting this for this thing.
Yeah, well, no matter which one you want to say, cartoon or whichever version, I'm just saying, although they never showed Daredevil in that universe, you could still say it was the same stuff that messed up Daredevil.
No, he's specifically talking design-wise, though.
Yeah. Joshua says, looks like Deathlock from Marvel.
A little. I like Raul's design going on here.
It just drained me. I was trying to draw it. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that looks like it would drain you. I'm tired just looking at it.
Whoa, wait a minute.
He looks a lot like Ocean Master.
Like, when I was younger, I used to draw, like, highly detailed Gundams and stuff like that in school just when I was bored. That's what that reminds me of. It's like all the little precision lines that you have to put into it. Oh, so tiring.
I was trying to emulate the guy that did the Rick's cover for what was it for Canadian Shield? What's his name? Reyes or something?
Oh,
I tried to
John
emulate his style. I was trying to do that. And I was like, whoa.
Jamie Reyes, the box office artist.
That's it. That's it.
He didn't do a cover for me, but he just drew Snowdrift. Canadian Shield, but I just recently got him to do Snowdrift.
Oh. Have you gotten that one yet? How'd that come out?
It's right here. Oh, am I not showing?
Oh, it doesn't matter if you're showing. I'm on the PlayStation. I have to wait till it shows up on, like, YouTube. Oh. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I was at Toronto Comic Con on Saturday, and I knew he was going to be there, so I decided to spend $100 to get him to do this.
Well, I hope you feel it was worth the $100.
Oh yeah. I did it a couple years ago for the Canadian Shield as well. And you've seen that. I'm going to be coloring this soon.
Yeah.
But I'm finishing up at least one other job of coloring before I get to that one. Hopefully I'll get this one done tomorrow. What did the Canadian Shield one look like? I can bring that up. Is that under commissions or is that under...
You all right over there? You sound like you're seething.
No, he's working out.
Either that or doing something else that we don't want to know about.
He's snoring. I do that too. They caught me online doing that. He's like, "Why are you breathing heavy?" Like I was on a late night art attack. Jerome was telling me. He caught me snoring. I didn't even hear anything.
Listen, if he was breathing heavy because he was doing like chin-ups or something, though, like, just keep going. Exercise is worth it. I don't care.
So here was his Canadian Shield, since Joshua was wanting to know.
Competition.
Wait till it hits YouTube. Still see Piper versus Saitama on the screen.
Here, I'm looking at the phone. You're right.
There we go.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's clean. That is the type of image you get from a seasoned professional.
And then I colored it, so there's the colored version.
Oh! Marsupial's here. He wanted to go shopping, so I'm gonna leave the call. I will catch you guys later.
And here's the actual piece. And it's scanned a little bit cut off the sides because well, my scanner wasn't quite big enough.
He jumped out that door.
But Raul, what are you thinking of this piece so far?
Man, I like loading up on YouTube. I'm seeing you have the actual image on YouTube, dude. Wow, it is perfect. Like for a portrait, the size.
Yeah,
Your money's worth for that. I thought it was 8x10. Looks huge. Maybe it is 8x10, but it looks huge.
it's a little bit bigger than 8.5 by 11 because that's what the the sheet supposed to take. So it's probably like 9 by 12.
I think like the scanning of it, it doesn't do it like the right justice in regards to what we're looking at. Because it has a different shade to it when you look at it on camera.
Yeah.
Oh.
But what do you think? I got Piper shaded and lighted in.
Yeah, man. Look at the Piper. Wow.
Oh,
I don't see. I didn't even know what color to imagine. So you got your good color scheme going on there. Yeah, it looks like an
and,
action-packed cover.
and of course, I'm gonna. Probably more tomorrow sometime. I'm gonna get Satana. I think his name's Satana.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
That's the girl, right? That's the magician girl,
no,
Zatanna.
no, 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 not Satana. Satana.
You said Zatanna.
No, I said Satana.
Oh, I'll lose my
Yeah,
English.
it's like from One Punch Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right.
yeah. Because I'm gonna get. I got him colored, but I'm gonna shade him and light him tomorrow, most likely, and then do some shading and lighting in the background and all that. Hey, Tim. So, and then make this into a video for about 5 minute video of me coloring it, and then put it up on
I have
YouTube.
some information for you. If you look up, if you're, I don't know if you have a phone or a YouTube or whatever it is. If you look at my mini screen, on the back of the screen, I'm running the Drop Zone gaming arrows.
Tim says, from what I hear, Rick killed it at those cons he went to. Well, the first con I didn't have a table, so I killed it a little bit because I got this Snowdrift piece by Jamie Reyes, the box office artist, and you can look him up on YouTube. The box office artist, he's phenomenal. And I actually got sort of interviewed at the Captain Canuck table with about Canadian Shield because I was giving out ash cans there, so I did pretty good on that. I didn't do a lot of give out a lot of ash cans at Toronto Comic Con. Like probably 10, 15 max. So that's why I say I didn't kill it there. I just because I wasn't actually having a table and selling anything. But the next day I was actually at a con that I had a table. And yeah, there I definitely killed it because I made my table money back for the first time. Plus a little bit extra, which cost covered my transportation, and I'd say all, if not most, if not all my food that I had for the day there because of going there. So yeah, that's definitely killing it for sure. And the lovely thing is, I put the video that I put about being at the Burlington Comic Con, that short. It's gotten over 1,000 views.
What? Oh no, where is this at? Is this on YouTube?
Yeah, it's a short. It's like 26 seconds long or something like that. Uh, uh,
Right now.
content
That high?
shorts.
Short for you?
Yeah, yeah. For Cross
Like for
Comics
your
is
channel short?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got
Cross
2
comment.
dislikes. I got 13 likes. It's got 1,266 views thus far.
Oh, yo, you did kill it. Whoa. Whoa, buddy. Oh, you killed it for
The,
real.
the the second most viewed thing on my channel. And that's
Look
all
at
since Sunday afternoon. So that's,
Let's see what's going on with this clip.
Joshua is like, congrats. Tim saying, I was going to go do a table at Captain Comics in Boys now that don't work for them and try May 2nd. That's what I was saying, man. You killed it. Congrats. Yeah, for the video. Yeah. That one video. Yeah. But that was for the second day. Again, that was from the Burlington Comic Con, which, yeah, I can admit the second day, Burlington Comic Con, I killed it. Um, the other day, the Saturday, yes and no. You know,
I don't know how you got that high in those many views. It's a big
I don't
following.
I don't either. It just
200, and that's it.
yeah. Well, guess what? A lot more. I won't say a lot of my videos don't get that. Nowhere near that. I've only got one that other that surpassed it in a short amount of time, and that was my out of Detroit video when I was going down to
I'm asking about your voice now. Uh-oh. Joe
why
man.
does your voice sound deeper in the short? Why don't you talk like that all the time? Probably because I a was might have been coming down with a little bit of a cold, and two, my talking all day sort of messed up with my voice, damaged it a little, and maybe I was doing a little bit of it on purpose. Oh well, that was close. I was going to sell books at Captain Comics in Boise, Idaho, but they changed their mind and then offered me May 2nd instead. Cool. Well, May 2nd, I'm going to be in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, selling books at a con there. But I'm doing that May 2nd and 3rd. And they gave out a whole lot of ash cans too. In fact, one of the people that bought some comics, on that short video, he makes a post saying, bought your comics at Burlington Con, and we love them. Me and my buddy that he got to took over to my booth to buy some stuff. He came back 2 or 3 times buying different stuff. First time he just bought, I think he just bought the first book, and then he came back and got the second and third, and bring his buddy who got first, second, and third. Of Canadian Shield. Then he came back and got the poster, which he actually put up in the Discord with it signed. Because he joined this, started following me everywhere. YouTube, Discord. Tim says to Joshua, that's what happens when you've been killing it. Your voice gets deeper. Well, that's when it happens when you can't breathe through your nose. Your voice gets deeper.
You think he got sick because of the convention?
Well, no, not because of the convention. I've been wearing a lighter jacket than I should be. I'd ask what's happening, but I'm not sure I want to know.
It's not the company. Somebody showed up at the house. He showed up.
So,
I like that.
Tim,
It's like a full-time radio show.
So Tim, we're gonna see you this Thursday at the Silhouette game. That lead that you made for yourself, or that gating that you made for yourself, the next week Fitzjoseph came back and he widened it again.
Uh, this time's gonna be undead.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
actually the well, I would be surprised to see what all the characters you chose, because the, even I don't know all the undead characters that exist. So
yeah. I must admit it was a hard one to make sure I got enough of, especially named characters. Because there's a
no,
lot
there are a
of
lot of named undead characters, named vampires, named liches in D&D, no,
uh,
named zombies. There are plenty of them.
yeah. Well, D&D. I went comics, movies, cartoons, video games.
Mhm. I mean, there are plenty of named vampires. At least the ones that don't just use Dracula.
Yeah, but I also want to
Mm,
give people a fair chance. I think a fair chance too.
mm,
Like I could go. Like I do some. Oh, I think obscure stuff. Near the end, but sometimes.
mm.
But you know, sometimes I'm trying to make it at least somewhat fair at the beginning. Which I don't even. Well, technically, I got a bunch of stuff. I still gotta make it up. That'll probably happen tomorrow. I'll put it probably uh sit down and I grab all the characters and
No, of undead characters from yeah, I don't know a lot of them from you wouldn't people here. I don't expect anyone to know any character from Dungeons and Dragons. Even the most important characters in the actual Dungeons and Dragons canon, most people wouldn't know. Most people probably would not know.
yeah. Well, the question is, do they actually have images of them?
A lot of them do. Like
Uh-huh.
literally, all the demon lords have they have images about all the major demon lords. They have images of them.
Yeah, demon lords, not vampires.
But no, they have images of some vampire characters like kind of like Stride. Stride for the most important vampire of Dungeons and Dragons. They're playing images of him. He's been in video games.
Uh-huh, well, I don't, like I said, I don't even know. Let's see.
Yeah, he don't know who Stride is.
No, and I might have got him, or I might not have. I don't know. Let me see. Episode 2. No, we want topics, not episode topics. Season 2. Dead. let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, maybe I got to choose from. That covers zombies, ghosts, skeletons, vampires, mummies.
Zombie Ghost.
Well, no, zombies and ghosts, separate things. Not a zombie that is a ghost, or a ghost that is a zombie. Fitzjoseph says if Roofy Top ends up being a character in this upcoming episode, I
Mm-hmm.
want
Alpha Proto, you mean? Mm.
What was that about Alpha Proto?
Roto.
But I'm probably going to put one particular character in there that's going to be super hard. I don't expect anybody to get it.
The drawing?
For the thing night silhouette game.
Yeah. Is that
Outcast.
Thursday?
Yeah,
Oh.
Thursday. Before the whatchamacallit, before the drawn and quartered.
Yeah.
7 p.m. would be your time.
We're on the same time zone.
Yeah. Outcast is here and says, "Hi guys, what I missed? You missed everything."
Yes.
I am drawing a cross between Cyborg. Well, technically, I'm drawing it. I'm just trying to improve upon my drawing. Cross between Cyborg and Daredevil. And I'm drawing this specifically. Well, I had already come up with the idea to combine them too, but because Thursday they're doing Daredevil on Drawn and Quartered, and I wanted to do a little bit of Daredevil beforehand to sort of practice drawing him ahead of time. So so are you almost done there, or are you done, Raul? Your
Oh yeah, I'm done at midnight.
oh, I just more meant, are you actually done your figure?
Yes. I have
Okay.
completed a drawing.
Okay, well, then, because it's midnight now, and that's usually when I end at 2 on a Saturday, or Saturday, I mean Tuesday. So let me show everybody your thing a little bigger. There we go. You want to show it off, the whole thing? Your Aquaman and Iron Man combined.
It is.
I've got it, so I'm gonna combine Aquaman with Vision, did I say?
Yeah, I don't remember. I think so. Oh, cool. You made it big. Look at the left part of the screen. That's the drop zone gaming. I have it on the small screen.
Uh, yeah.
So cool.
Oh, actually, no, I already did Aquaman. I combined him with Mr. Fantastic. And I combined Iron Man. Who did I combine Iron Man with? Oh, Superman. So you want to show the rest of the character, or is there
That
just
is
the
the
bust?
rest.
Oh, you just did a bust.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure whether you did any more to them or not. So cool. Anything you would like to promote, Raul?
If you look at
I
the
also have
corner,
nothing.
I got the Drop Zone Gaming Hour. Look at the left corner. There's the image there. There's a preview. Try to make people to watch it. It's on Roku, Madness Network. Look for that there. Meg TV. .com. You can get the shirt.
And
Late Night Art Attack Friday 1 a.m.
and if you want to leave links for those in the chat, you can as well.
Just go to my YouTube, Roland T Drawings on YouTube, and all the links will all be there for you to gobble up.
Okay, what about a link to there?
The link to there. Okay, hold on. Okay, so
I know
what I do?
I gotta
Copy
make you. I know I gotta make you work for it, eh?
this. Where are you? Are you on YouTube? Oh wait, go to your YouTube and drop it. Okay. I'm trying because I'm confused because we're on Discord.
Yeah,
All right, there
but
you go. The kill stream.
yeah, and I guess Fitzchosa, you were saying you got nothing to share.
There you go. I just dropped it in the
Okay.
YouTube.
Oh, Fitzchosa's already left. And I did, like I was saying, a cross between Cyborg and Daredevil. I'm in the middle of going over my lines again to make it look a little better. Uh, so yeah, we either decided on Cyber Devil or Cyborg Devil. I'm not sure which yet. But it's still CD, no matter which way you look at it. Instead of DD, it's CD.
January Taboo.
So yeah, thanks everybody for dropping by. Of course, I'm gonna be on tomorrow night, and we will be doing either an independent character or a public domain character. I'm not sure who yet. Uh, yeah, so be here for that, and then of course Thursday we have the drawn. Well, not to drawn and quartered. The silhouette game, and then we'll be over on the drawn and quartered, and of course Saturday, I will be finishing coloring up page 3 of Snowdrift 2. Well, at least getting the main colors down. I'm not sure whether I'll be doing the whatchamacallit, the shading and all that. But the other thing I will be doing is coloring the if I get that done, the main colors for that, I will be starting on coloring the cover for the Snowdrift Ash Can. And
Yeah.
Raul here did that cover, so that should be good to color. So, yeah, thanks everybody for coming on the channel, on the panel. And thanks everybody from the chat for coming by. It was great having everybody here. We will see you tomorrow. Hopefully there will be a video out of me coloring up my character Piper facing off against One Punch Man. Done again here by Raul. So, I'll catch y'all later. Bye for now. God bless.